It's a heavyweight bout inside the dome. Sit back and enjoy two of the ACC's strongest go toe-to-toe in the conference's first clash of the season. It's number 6 Syracuse and number 4 Duke. We got two of the nation's best, Luke. It's Mason Cohn for Syracuse, Jake Naso for Duke. 913 face-off wins, the most of any active player. He's been going at it for 4 years here at Duke against someone in Mason Cohn who's in his first year at the D1 level.
Yeah, it's a very different type of experience level. Last year, Mason Cohn was playing D3 lacrosse, playing some hockey on the side as well, and now he's at the big stage.
A whistle on the first face-off. It's against Cohn. Jake Naso wins it for Duke. That's the only game Duke has lost. So a violation on Cohn. Duke starts on offense. The most prolific unit in the nation, 18 goals per game. There's Ben Johnston, the freshman, in front to Williams, knocked away by Will Mark. There's McAdory, giving off to the true freshman. The redshirt freshman Sloat gives off to Johnston. Right alley shot and a save by Will Mark. Behind the cage, Zawada. The ex-attackman on this Duke team. Covered by Figueres. Not an inch of space. Here's Williams. The attackman can't get it to go. Will Mark's there. Oh, you're right, Luke. Duke has put on a lot of pressure. 3 shots on goal already. 0 for Syracuse. Well, there's the first. That one picked up by the true freshman goalie, Patrick Jamison.
And then all of a sudden, new season rolls around, you've got a true freshman in net. It's not something you see too often with a program like this.
Here's Johnston over the middle. He scores. Duke's first goal comes from the true freshman, former top 5 recruit in the nation, letting his name be heard inside the dome.
You watch Johnson here on the outside, does a great job of using his speed, but what might not be evident from watching that, because there's a lot of big guys out there. Johnson is a big guy, 226-1 out there. He blows by his defender, uses his speed to get to the inside, fires a hard shot, and I think it was almost expected with the way that this game has started. Duke's been putting on a whole ton of pressure on Will Mark, as we talked about.
Tied the game to go to overtime in last year's bout. Last time Duke was in the dome, a 14-13 win. Charles Balsamo had the game winner. That's a turnover. Muley gives it up. Here's Luke Roa. Second line midi had a hat trick to end last season. There was a loss in Koskinen Stadium against Duke and Durham. Hiltz his shot, stopped by Jamison.
Deep across the field, it can really distract you a little bit.
A unique venue that's seen Syracuse have plenty of success. Here's Spolina, his shot, knocked away again. Can they pick up the rebound? There's Muley, pass in front. Spolina gets pushed in the back by Jake Caputo, and a flag flies onto the field. Here's Hiltz, over to Stevens, working it around. Over the middle, Thompson rips it and sticks it. Tied up at
1. Thompson gets an excellent view here, makes a good pass inside, and then just spins and fires it into the back of the net. That's great awareness, Jack. You love to see the effort that Mullen puts in there, though. He loses that one back. And Naso kind of pulls the ball back into his corner, and Mullen's immediately on the turf.
Here comes O'Neal, and there's Will Mark. An outlet pass to Rice. Here come the Cuse. Muley, one-on-one, deflected by Jamison. The rebound, the flag before the shot. They say he was in the crease. A one-on-one opportunity ended in a Jamison stop. They'll say he fell in the crease. The play was dead right there. He was in the goal mouth. So Stevens couldn't do anything with the rebound. The play was dead. No flag on that one, to the Orange's dismay. This time they go man up. Finn Thompson scored the first goal of the day on a man up. Crossfield pass out of the crease. The shot by Spolina, no good. Jamison standing tall. You'd think this would be a shootout. Last year, 14-13 and 18-15, the two games. Oh, Leo, the spin around. Oh, slotting it low. You kidding me?
Jack, you just talked about all the creativity that these two offenses showcase. I don't know how much more creative you can get than that. Leo takes a look back towards his left side and spins around and rips it, as you mentioned, low to low, and uses that physicality to make sure that number 23 inside, Aiden McGuire's standing off of him a little bit. And then as soon as he gets that space, he takes a step back and just rips a shot into the back of the net. Leo's got a phenomenal shot, Jack.
They wanted a flag after the ball getting rolled away. They won't get it.
That's a good stick right there, Chris.
Ingles clears, ball on the ground. Rowe is there to spin free. Here comes Stevens. And a nice trail check by Frisoli. Doesn't matter. Sevens has it. 3-1 Cuse.
Stevens' playmaking ability is on full display here. It's a great move to go to the bounce pass and realize you've got a guy with his stick right in your face. The only way you're getting that ball over to a wide open Owen Hiltz is skipping it on the turf. And he does that to perfection. The ball does not slow down at all, right in his cradle and in the back of the net.
Duke will go with the invert and take him behind. Pappendick around the crease. Couldn't get the shot off. And Syracuse turns him over.
How rare is that where you see a true freshman take away a spot of a transfer, someone you're expecting to start? I mean, it must have been beyond what we're seeing here today because he's let 3 goals in. Outstanding work.
That's another face-off win for Jake Naso. He's 6 for 6 today. On the season, both John Mullen, Mason Cohn, over 60%. Brendan O'Neill is stymied by Will Mark. Today, 0 for 6 at the X.
Yeah, I don't think it's what we expected. We expected Jake Naso, I think, to struggle a little bit off the jump.
Here's Sam English, over the middle, the ripper, right in Jamison's cross. Didn't have to move an inch. McAdory, the former attackman from last year. Nothing out of him either today. O'Neill's pass across. McAdory frees up space, and he slots it off the post and in. You can't teach speed, and that's what Andrew McAdory has.
Well, McAdory plays a bit of midfield, but started as an attackman. The reason he's back there is because of the incoming Zawada, and he shows that attackman prowess right there. Rips one off the inside of the post and falling down, trying to dodge away from the Syracuse long pole, and it's a great shot in the back of the net.
They're all fresh legs out there. The 5 men, Jordan Beck, Tommy Drago, Nick Fratarigo, Jake Titus, and Dylan Seguider, only allowed 1 goal in the last 10 opportunities. Scored a goal late to seal the 18-15 victory at Koskinen. Eight to go on the shot clock. The turnaround shot stuffed by Mark. Syracuse attack has been quiet. Only goals from Owen Hiltz. Here's Roa, the righty ripper. Oh, he buries it. Luke Roa, welcome to the party. It's 4-2 Syracuse.
All this creativity that we've talked about, Jack, and it just is a straightaway shot that gets into the back of the net, keeping things simple. That's what gets the job done at the end. Syracuse reestablishes that lead.
When you have wings as good as this Duke team does, too, you know, you got great pulls and short sticks helping them out. Bouncing shot deflects off of Mark. Sloat couldn't find the angle. Here's McAdory. Draws the long pole, gets the pick. Denenza, righty shot. Will Mark saw it from a mile away. Tries to spin free, no space. Here comes O'Neal. Matt Wright keeping him in check. Zawada frees up the left. Will Marks there with the right. Can't get anything by this man. The Orange looking to get some separation heading into halftime. Muley to Thompson on the green. Stopped by Jamison. Oh man, the freshman standing on his head. Wolverines' all-time leading scorer with over 200 points. Here's O'Neal. Pass picked off by Mark. And the Orange come away with it. That's something Will Mark does well, get in the passing lanes.
That 10-minute break did not affect the level of locked in that Will Mark is right now. He's got his eyes up, makes a great play to start the half.
Mark's been fantastic today. 10 saves. So is Patrick Jamison with 9. Can he stop what's coming here? No, he can't. Owen Hiltz slots in the back of the net.
Will Mark does a great job of creating this play for Syracuse. Plays aggressive, plays big, and then Owen Hiltz sets up in his office. You talk about Joey Spallina having an office at X. Owen Hiltz should build his own one. About 15 yards away from cage to the left of the goaltender Jamison, because he is living there right now. He's got 2 goals from that exact same spot. Both great shots.
That low to high, oh boy, good luck stopping that. And another great feed from Jake Stevens. He's given 2 to Owen Hiltz today. Orange on top by 3, and they've won 2 straight faceoffs. Here comes Mason Cone. All the way to the cage, right down Broadway he goes. Mason Cone has done it again. His 5th goal of the season.
Well, you know, Jack, if you do that when you win the faceoffs, then you don't need to win too many of them. Mason Cone has made this almost a trademark at this point. And a great shot to get by Jamison, who's just been so locked in all day. Goes to the far side. That's a tough angle. You got basically in your eye line the goalie's entire body in front of the net. Doesn't look like there's any space there whatsoever, but you know, he's an experienced player. He knows what he needs to do, and what a boost for the sideline.
Here's O'Neal. He's got space. The stick down on the ground, that belongs to Trujillo. Dyson Williams shot. Can't fall all the way through.
I mean, you'd be remiss not to mention, though, whatever in his bag is, that's what Will Mark is right now.
Here's Spallina. His pass to Whistle. He slots it home. The Orange are pulling away. 7-2, Cuse on top.
Well, we talked about what's going to happen if you start to win some faceoffs in the second half. That's exactly what we're seeing now, because the adjustments were made. You know, Coach Gate did not seem too worried about it when we talked to him before halftime. He said, you know, we just got to win some and we'll get the momentum going, and his plan has worked to a T. I mean, this is a 5-goal lead against top 5 team.
Sloat covered by the true freshman, Wyatt Hoddle. They switch Figueres onto him. The defense just so smart right now. Down goes Johnston. Levine throws the check. Alexo comes away with the ground ball.
Trying to figure out what he can do to get his offense going.
Here's an offense that can click with good ball movement. Whistle stings the top left. Oh, don't blink, you might miss it with this man up. They are rolling. Cuse on top by 6.
It's really just an outclassing of this Duke defense by the Syracuse offense. Jack, right before that goal was scored, you mentioned the SU ball movement. Yeah, that's all it is. It's great ball movement inside. You draw the defenders out of place, you give it to a guy with a heck of a shot, and he just does what he does. Just does his job. Right now, that's all that Syracuse needs to do, is its job, and that's been enough.
He's behind to Denenza. Skip pass. Zawada frees up the left hand and buries it. Duke on the board for the first time in the second half. It's 8-3.
It's a momentum boost that the Blue Devils certainly needed. Zawada on the score, not a surprising face whatsoever. It's a pretty simple play, and I mean, this Syracuse defense has been beat up. It's been a physical game all the way throughout, and you kind of almost just expect that at some point, an offense as talented as this would break through. But I don't think there's any panic at all on the Syracuse sideline. Yeah, these are the days that get this fan base that type of reputation. The Dome is packed on a Wednesday.
Something that Gary Gates trying to bring back. He wants massive crowds in here. Here's Muley. Oh, baby, you're going to get magic plays like that. This offense is humming right now.
How about a little alley-oop action? I mean, this is just disrespectful. We talked about the connection with Joey Spallina and Christian Muley, and that's why I go back to what I said after that Duke goal. No panic on the SU sideline. They just get right back to work, keep making plays. Joey Spallina hasn't been a huge factor in this game. He makes a great pass there. Uses that lacrosse IQ that he's known for.
There's Spallina behind the cage. 10 seconds to go. Flag on the field. Burt whistle shot knocked away by Jamison. 3 seconds on the clock, but the Orange are about to go man up. Off the Burt whistle. He's got 2 goals today. Hiltz fires it off the goalie. Jamison fighting for it off the crease. It gets knocked behind the goal, and it's Duke's ball.
If you can't avoid miscommunications like that.
The Orange offense communicating well. Oh, right in front, Owen Hiltz. You can't stop him today. Owen Hiltz is dominating. He's got a hat trick.
And Hiltz has just had a really great game. There's no other way to put it. He sees the open space, and it's a credit to Thompson again for drawing out that long pole and giving that space to Hiltz, but you also have to just clap it up for him, occupying that space, and then
Duke's trying to figure out its offensive game plan right now. Shooting 3 of 27, only 11%. The feed in front to Balsamo. I think he forgot Will Mark was right there. Zawada covered by Figueres. And now O'Neal. The righty shot bounces in. Duke with its first goal of the quarter out of the right hand of Brendan O'Neal.
You're not going to deny O'Neal forever. That's just the way that it kind of works. When you have one of the best players in the country, he does a good job of using that left hand that we talked about a little bit earlier, goes to the one-handed move, and then just uses that explosive speed that he's patented for. If you were watching your first ever college lacrosse game tonight, you wouldn't know it, but most of the time that's pretty customary for O'Neal. That is not a common thing.
Good ball movement by Duke. Wide open in front. Stopped by Mark. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What a day for Will Mark. 13 saves.
To make that save. Does a really nice job of getting his stick down there as well to protect between the legs.
Oh, Muley tried to go behind the back. Spallina waves him back in front of the net. He's got Brower hung up. Jamison comes out of the goal. Spallina fires off the post. His pass in front. Leo finds it. Wilson kicks it to himself. Carpenter's got the ground ball. Pole-to-pole pass. Wilson caught in traffic. Here's Bill Glahn. The Orange take it right back. And then they give it back. A rough turnover for the Cuse.
And that's a whole nother part of as well of playing this good defense you have all day. You have to know how to close the game.
Stevens rips a right-handed shot over the top. Jamison found it. Done a miracle in this one.
Tyler Carpenter just came over to the sideline, and he just looks dejected.
Most of this Duke squad not too happy with what's going on today. A poor performance from the Blue Devils. The defense today, phenomenal. Only 4 goals allowed to the best offense in the country in number 4 Duke, and it's because of that man, Will Mark. All night, he's been phenomenal. 14 saves for the 5th year. The Orange clear it one final time as the clock drains out. A big crowd on hand to watch Syracuse put on a clinic against number 4 Duke. The Orange with an upset victory inside the Dome to kick off ACC play.